Hello and welcome to today's video. I'm going to be showing you how to use incense, both the sticks and the cones, and what their uses are typically for when it comes to magic and ritual work, and also just how to enjoy incense in general around the home or your workplace. Let's get into it. For the purpose of this video, I am going to be using my own supplies of these again. But it's just a little note to let you know that this is a couple of the incense brands that we stock in our shop. We have the Oud, which is very popular, and also Hem, which is another really popular brand. And we do both the long wooden holders for the sticks, or if you're wanting something to accommodate sticks and cones, we also have these multi-stick incense holders with the little brass plate to burn the cones on as well. Now I'm going to get my versions of these here, and I'm going to show you how to use them and what you would use incense for too. Now, incense is an act of cleansing and preparation for the space that you are working in. It both connects to the fire element and also the air element as well. And it typically comes in these two different ways of burning, and also there is loose resin incense, which I'm going to cover in a different video, so make sure that you're subscribed to watch out for that. But these are the two typical ways of burning incense in, I guess, the modern day, as it were. It's more practical, it's affordable, and it just sort of cleans up a little bit better. These are the incenses that you can typically leave burning as long as you are home and you're keeping an eye on it. You can sort of get on and do your cleaning or read a book without having to worry too much. There's less worry in burning these than there would be with your charcoal or your resin incense, because they can get quite smoky, whereas these are a little bit more friendly. They don't smoke out the place as much. So incense, as I said, it represents fire, but it also represents air as well, because if you think about the smoke coming out the top, that is the air element of your work. So if you're looking for something that sort of represents two elements in one, or maybe you're just wanting to keep your altar very clear and clean and simple, fire and air can be used, and that will represent fire and air in your elemental or ritual work that you're doing. It provides the fragrance for your intention as well in a very budget friendly way. So if there's a certain scent that you're trying to invoke in your work, then burning an incense stick, perfect way to do that. So the sticks are, I'd say, probably the most popular way of burning incense, and usually you'll have a long holder like this. You pop it in the bottom and we light it. And what you want to do is just leave it lit for a second until you see a little red tip, and then you blow it out, and it's really as simple as that. And you just leave it in there and it will catch the ash in the holder as it's burning. These typically last around 20 to 30 minutes, and they are a really nice way of just helping your home smell nice again. And they just provide a really welcoming smell as well, especially if you've got guests coming over. As long as they're not asthmatic, and you keep the windows open as well. It's very important to ventilate when you're using incense, because remember, as you're cleansing your space, you need to get rid of the old energy that's in it. So always make sure that you've got a window open. It can be just a little bit slightly ajar. That's all that's needed, as long as it has somewhere to escape to, and it's in a well ventilated area. So I'm going to pop this to a side, and I'm going to show you how to use the cones next. Incense cones are obviously a lot smaller, and they're a quicker way of burning incense. So if you are quite limited on time and you need to prepare for a spell quite quickly, or you just want a nice quick smell throughout the home, burn an incense cone. So burn it at an angle so it does catch like that. and just leave it for a second until you start to see, again, the little red tip of the ember burning. So I can see it there now. So I'm just going to blow this out. And then what you want to do is just blow again, so it keeps the ember going for a sec until you get it like that. And then you put it in the little brass plate of your holder, and this will burn down in one piece, so it's very easy to clean. And you can just leave it in that. Well, what I usually do is when I see it get to the end bit, I do just keep an eye on it, just for fire safety, so make sure that you're able to return to it, I'd say in about 5-10 minutes time. And if you feel that you need to put it out yourself, just run it under a little bit of water and it will be fine. But they are usually fairly safe to burn down to the bottom, and they will just leave a sort of black crumbly bit at the end of the ash that has burnt down. But as you can see in the video, it's burning down already, and it will continue to follow the shape of itself to do so. So you can just tip the ash into your cauldron or into the bin, and it will be in that little conical shape as you do that. So I'm going to pop this to a side now and let this burn. And that is how you would typically use incense cones or incense sticks. As I've mentioned, they are a very good way of cleansing your home without it being too smoky. Some people just don't get on burning loose herbs. It can be a little bit too much for them. If you're a beginner to the world of magic and you want to learn a little bit more about cleansing, I would start with an incense. You can walk around your home with it in a similar fashion as you would do with burning herbs, and just get used to working with the element of the fire and the air, and also just bringing in that clear energy and dispersing of the old. That is something that I will cover in a separate video. I'm trying to keep these very simple and just to the point of the topic that we are on. But our incense actually starts from £1, so you can grab a little box of cones for £1. The oud ones I think are $2.25, only because they are more luxurious and they are a little bit more expensive to import. And you can grab a holder as well, I think from as little as £1.50. And these ones are $3.25, and of course you can put plenty of incense sticks around. Incense, you think about it in history, it's been used by so many different religious practices, and it's always for the same thing. It's a preparation of your space. It's cleansing the space so it's pure to work with, and providing the healing benefit of the scent that you are using only elevates that even more. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you did enjoy it, please hit the subscribe button. What is your favourite scent of incense? Mine is actually patchouli. Let me know in the comments. Take care, and may the road rise with you. See you next time. Bye.